So I'm going to give this guy a shout out. A Wild Crazy Blah is the guy's name. Do your ideas start absurd, or do you take something ordinary and warp it in the writing kind of thing? Is it always absurd from the start, or do you...
I think it's always absurd from the start. Yeah, I don't know. There's only maybe been a handful of times where I start off with a subject and say, I want to do something about that. And then I write a bit around that. But usually it's just having the news on in the background. I mean, the most recent thing I put up on YouTube, or this sketch thing about people climbing Mount Everest who had weird fetishes. I don't know. There must have been something on Sky News that was kind of playing in the background. Then when I went to the toilet, I thought, the first coprophiliac has climbed Mount Everest. 29-year-old who likes sticking cameras up ladies' toilets has made coprophilia history. And it just all came to me at once because that's what it sounded like to me. And sometimes if you listen to the world, it already sounds absurd. Famous first is the first time. Well, yeah, if you say that a man can be a woman if he says so, then you are going to have a lot of famous first. You're going to have the first man who said he was a woman win a shot put competition. So if you change the rules of what a famous first is or what a man and a woman is, then you are going to have all sorts of shit. But that's usually they just start off absurd as is.
The first man who says he's a woman X is brilliant.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking before when you said the first of this and how people, it was Will and Grace, right? You were saying the first gay male to be shown as non-negative.
Yeah.
How about in a comedy like that, we have the first husband, which isn't shown as negative? Because how dumb are husbands on these TV shows?
Well, they're always stupid. Yeah.
What's a spoon?
Yeah. I think they do start off absurd.
What was the term that you had for men like putting cameras in the...
Coprophilia. I took an abnormal psychology course when I first year in university just to see if I wanted to be a psychiatrist, and there was a chapter on paraphilias, people who, with weird fetishes, and I always remember paraphilia. I remember the word coprophilia. That was weird. And then there was, I forget the one for amputees. There were people who have fetishes for amputees, and then klismanophilia, I think, is if you like enemas.
If you like enemas.
And I was really intrigued by all the specifics of all this. So, yeah, I was. And Chuck Berry actually was a coprophiliac. Apparently, he did cameras up the toilets and all that.
So that's what it is. It's someone who likes to put cameras up a toilet. Is it coprophilia?
Well, no,
that's specific.
No, it covers people who are sexually attracted to feces.
Oh, feces. Sorry, okay, it's not a camera thing.
Not a camera thing. Yeah, it's a fetish for feces. But
so what's the word? Coprophilia.
Coprophilia.
So what's copra mean?
I don't know. I guess shit, maybe.
Shit, yeah.
And I'm wondering if I'm pronouncing it. I'm not sure if it's coprophilia or coprophilia, but it was fun. And I remember because I was in my 20s when I took that course, but just that idea came to me. You never know where an idea is going to come from.
Something that stands out to you.
The first coprophiliac to climb Mount Everest, and then it turns out there's the first balloon fetishist and the first skull fucker. And of course, the skull fucker's on top of Mount Everest and finds a dead mountaineer, and he fucks his skull, so he doesn't want to come back down. And yeah, that's basically it. But it's basically taking what's already given to you, which is this idea of the first this and the first that. We're done with the first. We don't have the first of anything anymore. We keep it's the first time Ghostbusters has been remade with an all-female cast. That's not a really important first.
Right.
So we need to... it'd be nice if we went out there and actually did making real proper first. Again.
Yeah.
Really important contributions to history and progress, true scientific progress. Let's go to Mars, man.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go to Mars.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, but this is it's interesting that we're all worshiping the Earth right now, and I have nothing against the Earth, but it is the entire direction of everything is inward. So, am I autistic? Am I OCD? There's that mental health masturbation fetish we're in now. Self-help, Facebook, social media. You're constantly on your own platform receiving feedback in your own head. And then this climate thing, which fits in nicely because you're just looking down at the Earth.
This is the only place.
It's the only place. And you're subtracting yourself from the info. All you got to do is look up at the stars and say, what the fuck else is beyond there? And I think it's no coincidence the space program has gone tits up, but everything's going towards this climate nonsense. We are nihilist and only think in finite terms these days.